Today, we're diving into the legacy of a golfer who seemed to have a secret weapon against time itself, Tom Watson. And this isn't just a story about trophies. It's about a career built on incredible consistency, pure sportsmanship, and a moment of magic that came decades after everyone thought his best days were behind him.
And really, that's the question at the heart of his whole story, isn't it? How did he manage to stay at the absolute top of his game for so long? We're going to explore what separates a great champion from a truly timeless one.
Every legend has an origin story, and to really understand the champion Tom Watson became, well, we have to go right back to the beginning.
Watson's journey kicks off in Kansas City, Missouri. He was a major talent in college golf at Stanford, and then in 1971, he took the leap and turned professional, stepping on to the biggest stage in the sport.
But here's the thing. One of the most important pieces of his early success wasn't just his raw talent, it was mentorship. The legend himself, Byron Nelson, saw something special in the young Watson and took him under his wing. And this wasn't just about tweaking his swing. Nelson fundamentally shaped Watson's entire mental game, and that became the foundation for everything that followed.
And wow, did that guidance pay off. It completely launched him into this period of sheer dominance, an era that would be defined by one of the most legendary rivalries in the history of golf.
On one side, you had the Golden Bear, Jack Nicklaus. The undisputed king of golf. And on the other, you had the challenger, Tom Watson, this cool, collected player who was just deadly on those tough, windy links courses in Britain. The stage was set for something special.
And that whole clash hit its absolute peak in 1977 at the Open Championship. They call it the Duel in the Sun, and it was an absolute nail-biter. A back-and-forth battle where Watson stared down the greatest player in the world and won. To this day, it's still considered one of the most exciting tournaments ever played.
But look, the Duel in the Sun was just one chapter in a much bigger story of just relentless winning. To really get a sense of his dominance, you have to look at the numbers.
39. Seriously, just let that number sink in for a second. That's 39 wins on the PGA Tour. It's a staggering number that just speaks to his incredible consistency, his ability to find a way to win year after year after year. But, in golf, the real measure of greatness, it's the major championships. And Watson's number is 8. 8 majors. That puts him in an extremely exclusive club right alongside the absolute giants of the game.
And when you actually break down those 8 majors, you really see his specialty. A staggering 5 of them were Open Championships, played on those super challenging links courses. That cemented his legacy as, arguably, the greatest links golfer of all time. He also conquered Augusta for 2 Masters titles and snagged a U.S. Open.
So winning like that defines a great career, for sure. But what Tom Watson did next, well, that's what makes his story truly unforgettable. This is where he became the ageless contender.
All right, let's set the scene here. It's 2009. Watson is 59 years old. That's an age when most champions are long retired or just playing for fun. But here he was, back at the Open Championship, not just to show up, but to actually compete.
And as the tournament unfolded, the entire sporting world just held its breath, asking this one unbelievable question. Could he actually do it? Could a 59-year-old win golf's oldest major, decades after his prime? He almost did it. In one of the most incredible stories in all of sports, he was standing on the final tee with the lead. Now, it ended in a heartbreaking playoff loss, but that second-place finish, at 59 years old, that was a victory for the ages. It was an inspiration to literally everyone watching.
So when you put it all together, the rivalry, that incredible string of victories, and that astonishing run in 2009, what is the lasting legacy of Tom Watson?
See, it goes so much deeper than just trophies. It's a legacy built on a foundation of perfect sportsmanship, a quiet humility whether he won or lost, and just this deep, unwavering respect for the game itself. That's what people remember.
At the end of the day, Watson's career just proved a really powerful truth, that a deep passion for the game, when you fuse it with relentless discipline, that's the real formula for a timeless career. He didn't just win. He pretty much created a blueprint for how greatness can last.
Which brings us right back to our opening question, but with a whole new perspective. After looking at a career like Tom Watson's, you have to ask yourself, is it just the number of wins? Is it the iconic moments? Or is it the kind of character and inspiration that echoes for generations? What truly defines a sporting legend?